Dear students, this is 12th zoology video class, chapter 6, part 9. Chapter 6, part 9, evolution. Mutation theory. Today we are going to discuss mutation theory. Last video class we have seen what is Darwin's theory of natural selection, then overproduction, struggle for existence, universal occurrence of variations, and objection to Darwinism we are seeing, neo-Darwinism we are seeing. The next topic is the one mutation theory. Hugo de Vries put forth the mutations theory. Underline, they'll ask you one word, who has put forth the mutation theory, who has found the mutation theory. Hugo de Vries. Mutations are sudden random changes. What is mutations? Sudden random changes that occurs in an organism that is not heritable one. So mutation means the sudden random change occurs in organisms that changes does not pass on to next generations. De Vries carried out his experiments in the evening primrose plant. It's a Onitra lamakiana. Onitra lamakiana, and observe the variations in them due to mutations. According to De Vries, sudden and large variations were responsible for origin of new species, whereas Lamarck and Darwin believed in gradual accumulations of all variations are causative factors in the origin of new species. The next topic is the one salient features of mutation theory. Mutations or discontinuous variations are transmitted to other generations. So mutation means what I told you. Mutation means sudden or random change occurs in an organism. That is because of mutations. Mutation or discontinuous variations are transmitted to the other generations. In naturally breeding populations, mutations occur from time to time. There are no intermediate forms. There are no intermediate forms as they are fully fledged. As they are fully fledged one. They are strictly subjected to the natural selections. They are strictly subjected to the natural selections. Here, there are no intermediate forms as they are fully fledged. If any sudden change occurs, okay, in any sudden change occurs in any one organisms, so that the sudden change does not occur in between generations. If any change occurs in any one of the organisms, that change cannot found in between of any one of the generation. That is the meaning of there are no intermediate forms as they are fully fledged. For example, one species, take deer species, deer animals. If the deer animals they have one many horns, a colored horns one, a different colors. So that colors occurs due to mutations. So these characters will not be found any other of their generations. That is they call as there are no intermediate forms as they are fully fledged. Then they are strictly subjected to the natural selection. So Salient features of mutation theory are strictly subject to the natural selections. The next one is the modern synthetic theory. Next one is the one modern synthetic theory. Here, C.L. Wright, Fisher, Mayer, Huxley, Dobzhansky, Simpson, Haeckel. Again, I'll just repeat. C.L. Wright, C.L. Wright, that's we say as a C.L. Wright, and Fisher, Mayer, Huxley, Dobzhansky, Simpson, Haeckel. So these scientists explain natural selections in the light of post-Darwinian discoveries. So these scientists, they explain the concept after the Darwin, that is they call as a post-Darwinian discoveries. According to this theory, gene mutations, chromosomal mutations, genetic recombinations, natural selections, and reproductive isolations are the five basic factors involved in the process of organic evolutions. We'll see one by one. First one, gene mutation. So this gene mutations refers to change in the structure of gene, underline, change in the structure of gene, that is because of gene mutations. It is also called gene or point mutations. It alters the phenotype of organisms and produces variations in their offspring. What is phenotype? Phenotype means external structure. So the external structure may alter of organisms and produce variations of their offspring. The next one is on chromosomal mutations. Chromosomal mutations refers to the change in the structure of chromosomes. Change in the structure of chromosomes due to deletion, addition, duplications, inversions or translocations. If chromosomes are there, some part of chromosomes information may delete and some part of the information may add, some part of information they take it out, duplications one. And inversion means that the arms will be joined as a inverted positions, that is also translocations. This two alters phenotype of organisms and produce variations in their offspring. The next one is the one genetic recombinations. Next one is the one genetic recombinations. It is due to crossing over of gene during meiosis. This takes place due to crossing over of genes during meiosis stage. You know what is mean by meiosis stage? It's a reduction stage. This brings about the genetic variations in the individuals of the same species. So this brings about genetic variations, the gene variations in the individual of same species, and leads to heritable variations. Then natural selections. Natural selections does not produce any genetic variations. But once such variations occurs, it favors some genetic changes while rejecting others. Then reproductive isolation. Reproductive isolation helps in the preventing interbreeding between related organisms. Preventing interbreeding between related organisms. Next topic is the one evolutions by anthropogenic sources. Anthropogenic sources. That is the natural selections and industrial melanisms. Industrial melanisms. Here, the natural selections can be explained clearly through industrial melanisms. What do you mean by melanisms? Where does it present? In our skin, there is a one proteins, one pigment called as a melanin. That is because we call as a melanisms. Since that pigment, some of that chimneys that smokes black color smoke which comes out from the industries, that is because industrial melanisms. Industrial melanisms is a classic case of natural selections exhibited by the peppered moth and Bistum butularia. Peppered moth and piston butularia. So these are the types of moth. These were available in two colors. These were available in two colors. The peppered moths are available in two colors. That's a black, white and black. Before the industrializations, peppered moth, both white and black colored, were common in England. Before the industrial start in that England, the peppered moth, black color also will be there, white color also will be there. It's common before the industrialization start. Pre-industrializations witnessed white color background of wall of the buildings, hence white colored moth escaped from their predators. Here, before pre-industrialization means before industrial starts in that particular area, that's the England country, the white color moth which used to stay on the ceiling, so that the moth, peppered moth, white color as well as the ceiling color seems to be similar. So the white color peppered moth are living more and more number of species are lived, whereas black peppered moth, since it is black in color, they can easily identify and it can be killed by predators as well as some other organisms. That's what they say. Pre-industrializations witness white color background of the wall of the building. Hence, the white color moth escape from their predators. Then post-industrializations. Post means what? After industry started in that England, the trees trunks become a dark. Okay, so trees. Okay, you know what a trunk which presents in the trees. They become dark due to smoke and soot let out from the industry. So after industry started, the smoke as well as soot will come out from the industries through the chimneys. The black color moth camouflaged on dark bark of the trees. When that black color smoke as well as soot just comes out from the industries, it will fall on the trunk, and the trunk also become a black in color. So the black peppered moth which are stayed in the bark of the tree, they are escaped from the predators because colors are matching it. Black color peppered moth. This is after industrializations. So the black moth camouflaged on the dark bark of trees, and the white moths were easily identified by the predators. Since the white moths are seems to be identified, since it is white in color, easily identified by predators, and they are killed by easily by predators. The nature offered positive selections pressure to the black colored moths. The above proof shows that in the populations, organisms that can adapt will survive and produce more progenies, resulting in increase in population through the natural selections. Just go through today itself. Industrial melanizations, you will get difficult to understand. Just go through today itself. Then artificial selection. Next topic is artificial selections. We'll see in the next class. Today we have seen natural selections. What is natural selections? Industrial melanisms. And also we have seen reproductive isolations, natural selections, genetic recombinations, and modern synthetic theory. All these things we have seen. On salient features of mutation theory. Just go through today itself. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Just underline these or the scientist name. You can underline the scientist name. They will ask you one word. Okay. With this, we'll wind up our class. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, bye. Take care.